Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be the intro for all 12 zodiac signs for the 2020 yearly energy readings. So if you watch it in one video, then you can skip it on the other ones because it'll be exactly the same. But if you have not watched it and this is your first time watching it, please watch until the end of this intro because there's important information here. Basically, in these zodiac sign readings, I will be giving you the 2020 overall energy, like what you can expect this year, some blockages, some things to look forward to, and some advice. And then in the extended video over on my Vimeo channel, I'll be getting more into your specific love life in 2020. And that goes for those of you who are single and those of you who are in a relationship. And I'll also be giving you specific information about your finances and your career. So things that can be blocking your money, ways that you can make more money and things of that sort. And then I'll also be doing a healing message from spirit at the end of that extended video. So because I'm doing all 12 zodiac signs, I know that purchasing the extended videos can start to add up because people watch their sun, their moon, their rising, and their Venus sign. So that can rack up. So basically I'll be giving you somewhat of a discount. You'll be able to purchase all 12 zodiac sign extended videos for $12.12. So basically it's like each extended video will be a little bit over $1 if you buy it in bulk. So yeah, you still have the option of buying it separately. Like you can buy your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, separate if you want to, buy each one separately, but if you want to save a bit of money and if you want to be able to watch all 12 extended videos, then you can go ahead and purchase that for $12.12. So I will leave the link to that in the description box down below. So just wanted to give you guys that information. So yeah, we're going to now jump into your 2020 energy readings. I really hope that it is helpful, and let's dive into it. Okay, Virgo, so we're going to dive into your 2020 energy reading. Just like I explained in the intro, we're going to be doing just your overall energy here, but then on Vimeo in the extended video, we'll be looking at your specific love life, finances, career, and spiritual messages for 2020. So let's dive into it. The first two cards out are the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Three of Cups. Okay. So with the Three of Cups being here, it looks like this is going to be a year where you are going to be collaborating with people in order to manifest something for yourself. I see you meeting a lot of like-minded individuals. For some of you, you already know some of these individuals, but for others of you, you will be meeting them. I am feeling like soul tribe sort of energy that's coming from this, because whatever it is that you're trying to manifest in 2020, it looks like you can't do it on your own. Like you're needing some sort of help, or you're needing some sort of team. So I do see that coming together for you in 2020. So this year is all about synergy. Synergy is basically the energy that's created when more than one person puts their attention and focus onto something. So you can achieve a lot on your own, but if you have like-minded individuals surrounding you and you all have a common goal, it really does speed up the manifestation process. So with the Eight of Cups being here next to it though, I do feel like, okay, it's in the reverse. All right. So with this specific Eight of Cups, it's a bit different than the traditional Eight of Cups in tarot. The traditional Eight of Cups is walking away from something that you put a lot of emotional investment into. But this is a bit different. This Eight of Cups is more so about a goal or like an ideal that you've been trying to reach. Like you've been trying to climb up to reach it. If you see the card, it's in the top left-hand corner. It's the first card on the left. You'll see that there's hands coming out of this body of water, and above the hands, there's like these stairs, and then there's this light at the top. So basically the light is representing your goal, like what you've been trying to reach, whether it be a mental health goal, a financial goal, whatever type of goal it is, you've been trying to reach it, and the stairs to reach it have been quite steep. And so it's kind of like you kept sliding back down. What's that game called? Chutes and Ladders. You know that game Chutes and Ladders where you land on the stairs and you climb up, but if you land on a ladder you have to slide back down? That's what I'm getting for a lot of you. Like in the past few years, it's been a lot of chutes and ladders. You're going up, but then you will make a wrong turn or something will go wrong and you'll slide right back down. But fortunately, because this is in the reverse, this means that you are coming out of that energy. Like you are no longer having to worry about sliding back down, sliding backwards. Of course you are going to have setbacks, but it it won't be anything that will completely debilitate you in 2020, which is a positive thing. I feel like not only are you going towards your goal, but it's like this, how to describe what I'm seeing. You know, when you have clothes that are wet and they're very heavy, like when you walk out in the rain and your clothes get soaked, that's the energy that I'm picking up that you've been in for the past couple years, or maybe just the past year, 2019. And it's kind of like your clothes are finally drying, I'm hearing. And that's why you are able to reach your goal. Okay, I really hope I'm not confusing you. All right, so there's steps, right? I'm trying to describe what I'm seeing. There's steps, and they're very steep. And you have to walk up to them to reach your goal, right? And it's already hard enough getting up these steep steps, but on top of it, your clothes are soaking wet and weighing you down. 2020 is the year where your clothes dry, so you're no longer carrying that weight of those wet clothes, and you are now very, very close to reaching the top of those steps. The wet clothes are basically a metaphor, or wait, would it be an analogy? It illustrates all the issues that have been weighing on you and weighing on your heart and stopping you from being able to reach this goal or reach this ideal. So again, like I said, your clothes are drying, and you are finally reaching the top of those steps and reaching that goal with the help of other people who are basically working towards the same goal that you are. So that is a very, very positive thing. Basically, you're no longer drowning, and you are able to manifest whatever it is that you want. Anything that you wish for, you are going to have in 2020. So we have the Empress card here as well, and the Tower card. So with the Empress card being here, this is actually a blockage, which is, I mean, it sounds kind of odd because the Empress card is usually positive energy, like it's usually a positive card. But because it's coming up in your blockage, I do feel like your feminine energy may be an issue for you this upcoming year. And when I say feminine energy, I mean the aspect of yourself that has a lot to do with your internal workings, right? So masculine, I like to see the masculine energy as like the external, like when you leave your house for the day to go to work and to get things done, that's your masculine energy. When you return home and you practice self-care and nurturing and you know, things in the home, I like to consider that like the feminine energy. So basically that energy, the feminine energy, is going to keep you stagnant. So if you stay home too much, you stay in your comfort zone too much, if you indulge in those types of, if you indulge too much in the internal world, it's going to leave you imbalanced this year. You're needing to take part in the external world in 2020, meaning you're needing to step outside of your comfort zone and get things done. This is not the year to be like at home meditating nonstop or researching nonstop. This is the year for, yes, you should still do those things, of course, but this is the year for balancing that out with action. Just be mindful of that. Action is definitely without a doubt needed. With the Tower card being here, I feel like the reason a lot of you have been in your feminine energy, where you are staying home a lot, not really taking action towards your goals, not really stepping outside of your comfort zone, being in your head a lot, doing a lot of research and planning, but not really taking action, you know, watching a lot of tarot readings maybe. All of that is feminine energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like a lot of you have been stuck in that energy for quite a while because you are afraid. This is coming from a place of fear. The Tower card is about you not wanting to mess up, you not wanting to make a mistake. So that's why you're constantly in your head, you're in hermit mode, you're constantly planning, dreaming and wishing, when you don't take action towards it because of the fact that you're afraid that you may fail. So this year you're going to have to try your best to overcome that energy, because you are going to miss out on a lot of opportunities if you don't overcome it, is what I'm seeing. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm seeing. I do see a lot of people, not just you, but this came up in a couple of readings, where a lot of people this year are becoming increasingly more sensitive. Like I'm picking that up very, very heavily. And this may be a bit overwhelming for those who just really don't deal well with their emotions. They may feel a bit overwhelmed. So that may apply to some of you, that you may start to feel very overwhelmed by your emotions this year because the veil is really thinning. Like a lot of people are having their spiritual awakening. The line or the boundary between the physical world and the spiritual world is starting to thin out a lot. So a lot of people are just, their bodies are becoming just increasingly more sensitive. And I'm seeing that, like I said, if you're someone who just really isn't, like you don't do well with emotions, that's something you're going to have to adjust to in 2020. But it's all for the best though, because like I said in my other reading, you're getting more sensitive, but that will get you more in tune with your intuition. And the more in tune you are with your intuition, the better you can manifest the life for yourself that you want, because you'll get that clear guidance. It's kind of like how you can just literally go on the internet, go on Google, go on YouTube and type in whatever it is you want to know, and it comes up. You're going to be able to do that in your own brain, pretty much. Like, you'll be able to ask yourself a question about your own life, and your intuition will tell you the answer. Because you're becoming increasingly more sensitive, you can now hear your intuition much more clearly, to the point where it acts kind of like an internet, built-in internet for you, is what I'm seeing. So that's when you really can start to get everything that you wished for, everything that you desire. Just think about how the internet has changed people's lives overall. Like, so many people make a lot of money on the internet. It's like they can learn any skill that they want to. So you see how the external internet has shaped and molded people's lives and helped them evolve for the better. Think about your internal internet, which is your intuition, directly telling you the right path to go down in order for you to have the best success, in order for you to have the best life possible, and leading you towards success. See what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a good thing. The heightened sensitivity is a good thing, even if you feel a bit overwhelmed by it at first, is what I'm seeing. Okay. So, I'm hearing not wanting to be seen. Not wanting to be seen. Oh, okay, that's understandable. For those of you who are going to be experiencing this becoming increasingly more sensitive energy, it's going to make you feel kind of like you want to stay home even more, which is like backwards, because like I said before, this is the year that you want to step outside of your comfort zone, leave your home, and network, go out and branch out. But you're gonna almost feel like you don't want to, because of how vulnerable and sensitive you may feel. But there's ways to protect your energy. So just look up how to protect your energy, or better yet, ask your intuition. Meditate and ask your intuition, how do I protect my energy? And you'll be good to go in terms of like going out around people. You won't have to worry about absorbing their energy if you just protect yours before you leave the house. So yeah, 2020, it looks to me like positive things. It may be a bit uncomfortable, the change or the shift may be a bit uncomfortable, but it's absolutely for the better. So with the Queen of Cups being here and the Fool card being here, who got this exact card? Was it Gemini? I'm not sure. With the Queen of Cups card being here and the Fool card being here, this is outside energy. So you're coming up as the Queen of Cups, right? You're coming up as someone who is in tune with their emotions. You are in tune with your emotions. You are nurturing, you are loving, and things of that sort. And now this could look different for different people. Nurturing could look like just being extremely kind and things of that sort to people, but it doesn't have to be that. Different people nurture in different ways. Like offering someone a place to stay, even if you're not like a super emotional nurturing person, that would be a form of nurturing. You know, offering someone a place to stay or giving someone advice that helps them to calm down, like that can also be nurturing. So it's going to be different for different people, but you definitely do have this nurturing energy in 2020. And it looks like it definitely is working to your advantage, is what I'm seeing. I'm going to pull one more just to clarify that Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's like in the past, because this is the Virgo reading, right? Yeah, this is the Virgo reading. I know that Virgos, although they can get a rep for being aloof, or they can get a rep for being like, oh, they just don't care and they're just detached. And Virgos can be extremely self-sacrificing. Like when a Virgo cares about someone, they can really step into this martyr sort of energy where they just really want to be the person's savior. And so that's why sometimes Virgos have to be a bit more detached, or they have to be a bit more aloof, because they really do invest into the things and the people they care about. And then in turn, those people can take advantage. So they do have to have this certain amount of boundaries or these walls up. But then also Virgos do have a tendency to be very harsh towards themselves. Like they're very harsh critics. They criticize themselves very harshly, so that's also why they do have to keep somewhat of a wall up. But like I said, that doesn't mean that you, Virgo, are not nurturing, because you nurture in your own way. So let me pull one more. So yeah, in 2020, it looks like you are going to be expressing more of that nurturing energy, which leads me to believe that you'll be meeting more people who are not going to take advantage of you, like more people who you can trust. So you won't have to have that wall up. I feel like you're going to be meeting a lot of people also who just really accept you for who you are, who you can kind of loosen up around, that you don't have to feel so uptight around them. See what I'm saying? Because they just really, these are people who accept you for who you are, and they're also very comfortable in their own skin, which in turn makes you comfortable in your own skin, you see? And they don't harshly judge you or criticize you, which is a good thing. Let me pull one more. Privileged lady, yep. This is definitely, there's like a balancing out that I'm feeling, because like I said, I feel like a lot of you in the past have met people who do want to take advantage, and then when you put those boundaries up, or when you say like no to them, then they might play victim and start saying that you're selfish or you're a terrible person. I feel like Virgos are constantly in that situation. Like the Virgo readings, it's always like this energy of someone taking advantage and Virgo setting boundaries, and that person feeling like, oh, you're so selfish. And I feel that energy a lot around Virgos, again, because of the way that Virgos can tend to self-sacrifice. But for 2020, I do feel like, again, you're meeting people who are just so comfortable in their own skin that it's like it rubs off on you and it makes you feel comfortable in your own skin. And it also just helps you to not criticize yourself as harshly, and it helps you to kind of just open up and loosen up. And for once, it looks like you're going to be taken care of. And when you're taken care of, then that means that you can be more nurturing and take care of others without feeling drained. So that is very positive, is what I'm seeing. And I think you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll be able to tell the difference now between the people who just want to use you and who aren't around long term versus the people who just genuinely enjoy you, enjoy your company, and help you to evolve as a person this year. So with the Fool card being here as well in the outside energy, I do feel like what you're going to, or the type of people you'll get along best with this year are the type of people who don't try to dive into things too quickly. I feel like in the past, if you've dealt with people and things have just gone left, it's the people who they want to form a connection with you too quickly. Like they want to break down those walls too fast and too furious. And it's like you don't trust people like that. Rightfully so, you shouldn't. Because usually when someone is trying to form an attachment too quickly, it's because they have something to hide, and they are trying to basically form the attachment before you figure out what's wrong with them. And you're already attached by the time you figure it out. So this year, I feel like the people who you're going to get along best with are the people who don't have that energy. Like they have no problem taking things slowly, getting to know you slowly, getting to know them slowly. These are the type of people who, like I said, are going to be very beneficial for you this year, because these are the type of people who you can open up to, and you'll get more comfortable in your heart space with these types of people. It's like, it's hard to practice being emotional and vulnerable and sensitive. It's hard to stay in that energy when you are always on alert. So that's why it's important in 2020 to surround yourself with these people who don't put you on alert, because again, they have no problem taking things slowly. They're not trying to rush things. They're not trying to break down walls like before you are ready. So yeah, I do see that energy being very beneficial to you in the upcoming year. Trying to see if that's it. I do feel like for a lot of you, you've spent a large amount of time feeling like you are just very different, like you're too different to the point where you never meet people who are like you or who understand you. But in 2020, that's definitely changing. That's without a doubt changing. You're meeting individuals who, it's like you didn't know that anybody could think so similarly to you. Like you've always just felt like you're so different, like you're some sort of almost like an outcast. So you spent a lot of time kind of in hermit mode, like in your own little world, because you just feel like people don't get you. But this year, I do see people who show up in your life or who you manifest into your life that are so similar to you that you finally feel understood. So that's positive, of course. So overall, it looks like 2020 has the potential to be a great year for you, especially when it comes to your connections and collaborations and things of that sort. So we're going to continue this over on my Vimeo channel. We're going to dive into your specific love messages for those of you who are single and for those of you in a relationship. And we'll do your finances and your career, and then we'll do healing messages from spirit. So I hope that this was helpful to you, Virgo. I will leave the link to the extended in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my Vimeo channel. Bye.